A lot of ONEWS 11 really is about the analytical details of the survey that came out uh, about a month or so ago now for all of us to fill in. And it starts off really by saying that the past is the past. Okay, that chapter is now closed, which means we can now focus on building, creating, and achieving a shared dream together. That statement on its own should indicate to absolutely everybody who is watching this now how important you all are, not only to our CEO Ash Mufara, but more importantly to the success of our business moving forward. It really is important that we understand that we are very dear to our CEO. He loves all of you guys, and he really does appreciate your loyalty for sure, and your resolve for staying the course and for believing in him. This is really what ONEWS 11 is about. It is telling us that we are part of that shared dream together. He said it in black and white, or blue and white in this case, actually, in ONEWS 11. He goes on to saying that he couldn't have done it without us, but it's now time for him to start revealing some of the details that are behind the curtains of what goes on, and to give us a bit of an insider look at some specific results that he got from that analytical data from our survey. Now, before we go into that, what is this saying and showing to me? Obviously, it's great figures. Obviously, it's in great detail, but it shows to me that the detail of what goes on behind the scenes as far as our products are concerned. And that's another thing as well that I picked up on this ONEWS 11. He doesn't talk about a product, does he? He doesn't talk about that's what we are going to be using, products. He talks about a new word. And what, did you guys pick up on that new word? I certainly did, and I hope you guys did as well. Applications. He uses a different terminology for what we are going to be using. Applications. Now, that has different connotations, in my opinion. It's not just a product, it is an application. It is more than just one product. An application is something that helps with various things. Now, I find this very interesting. Am I off the mark here? I don't know. But Google, what is the difference between a product and an application? Interesting stuff. I actually might do a live on this tomorrow if I get time, and we'll talk about it a bit more at length. But it certainly is very interesting. But this analytical data that we have in the background really is going to be one of the key resources that we will have in our arsenal as far as targeting the right individuals at the right time of day, in the right location, in the right area of the globe, because we have the right information to hand so that we can be extremely specific in our targeted traffic. Good news all round, in my opinion. And this really is the jewel in the crown as far as products and applications are concerned. If you have that data and analytics in the background working on your behalf. So let's just run through then some of the percentages, okay, that we saw from the results. It was clear by an absolute country mile how you guys felt about our direction, our journey, our resolve, our time that we're prepared to wait to have the right outcome for all of us. Okay, and what is that right outcome? The right outcome is the right vehicle with the right business doing the right things. Okay, we want it all to do what it says on a tin at the end of the day. We want it to be the right business. And our CEO knows he has got our backing, because he now knows, because of the survey, that 98.6%, 99% of us are fully committed to see this through. Okay, now having that knowledge of so many people, knowing that only 1%, okay, aren't fully committed, really is amazing lift for anybody. It also goes on with the survey to show that how long are we willing to wait for that? Okay, the options were, if you remember, 90 days, 180 days, and whatever that time frame may be. Even with that, 93% of us said however long it takes. Why? Because we're committed. We are invested time, emotions, and a little bit of money, but more so because we want to see the right outcome of our commitments. Colonel Daniel Lee, thank you for your super sticker, my friend. Let me just stick you up. There you go. That's very kind of you. You don't need to, but thank you all the same. It also then goes on to say, do you believe that we need a newer, stronger vehicle? Now, this wasn't as clear cut, but it's still a massive percentage. 88% near enough of you said, yeah, we believe that we need a different vehicle because the old one can't be patched up. It really is not worth the effort to do that. So let's start afresh with something else. Again, this gave a true message to everybody. Now, for me, the best details in this analytics came from the amount of people that had actually logged in to the survey. Now, many people have been saying, well, how come there's so many when there's not that many founders? Fair question. But it meant that because it was a live survey for 4 or 5 days, I think it was, if you remember, you can revisit it. And every time you revisited it, it logged as another login to that survey, regardless of whether you changed anything or not, regardless of, you know, what you did. I certainly know that I logged in at least 10 times, if not more, to the survey. Just have a look, see if anything had changed, and all the rest of it. And I'm sure many, many of you did exactly the same as that. And every time that happened, it registered as another login, to the effect of nearly 6 million times people logged in to that survey. And it was very apparent, wasn't it, that the highest percentage of countries that did log into that was actually India by absolutely miles. India, Bangladesh, United States, Nigeria, South Africa. And then it was a combination of many of the other countries as well that came after that. It really does show, doesn't it, how strong a community the Indian community is. They were by far the most active in the survey. It shows how committed they all are to the right outcome of the journey that we are on with our CEO, Ash Mufareh. It then goes on as well to look at how did people log in. Now, if you remember, one of the things I did my live on was how important having a mobile ready platform is in today's modern world. This survey and an analytical data behind it, my word, did it certainly point out how people viewed that survey, to the extent, and it was absolutely a crazy amount, nearly 87% of people viewed it on a mobile device. 87%. And then on a desktop, okay, or laptop, which was nearly 12%, and then a tablet, and then others as well had part of that. Also, a bot crawler. Did you see that as well? That means that people are actively using automatic devices to try and change the outcome of that survey. That was interesting as well to me. Don't know if you picked up on that. I certainly did. Also, it goes on even further for those analytics to tell the user of what browser application they used to log in to their ecosystem to do that survey. And by, again, a country mile, Chrome on mobile was the most used. Okay, Chrome mobile, and then it was split up between Safari and normal Chrome, which was off your desktop browser. Okay, normal Chrome, and then all the rest of it, Edge, Safari, Firefox, and also Edge as well was on that. So all in all, great analytical data. I'm sure there's actually even more data that's behind the scenes, but for this pop-up and the exercise that Ash was trying to show us what kind of data that we were getting from these surveys, that's impressive, and how it really showed us in easily viewing terms how easy it is to understand exactly how that data is all split up. Pie charts, graphs, etc. Okay, very easy on the eye to understand, very easy to work out. Okay, and all of this, remember, was done in a couple of days or so by his tech team. They made it with that data in the background. Absolutely amazing. And I'm sure the OTech Pro guys will go into this a lot more detail than I am of how impressive to be able to build something like that with that analytical data in the background working all the time really is. So it was fantastic to see that. So he then goes on to saying it is pretty impressive, isn't it? You know, there he is laying it bare, the open book. Remember what he wanted to be? Transparent, one of the big words. Okay, how good does it feel to be part of an overwhelming, positive and committed community such as the one we are all in? You can see it for yourself. Okay, there is no hiding figures. Could you imagine, right? Just imagine that he came out without showing us those details and said those figures. How many of us would believe him if he came out and said, do you know that over 6 million times people logged in to that survey? Would we have believed him? I would, because I believe our CEO. But how many people might not have believed him if he had said that? I think quite a lot. Why? Because it's a huge number. Listen, we know that there was 1.4 million founder affiliates. So how do you get to 6 million if there's 1.4? Well, I've just explained how you do. But if you'd have come out and said nearly 6 million people logged in and viewed that survey, you wouldn't believe it. Remember, one person can do it multiple times, but it makes sense, doesn't it? This is why supporting things you say with the proof certainly has a huge impact. Okay, and it really does help not only to motivate us because we have that information, but it also helps to motivate them as well, especially through the difficult times and obstacles that they've had to endure. Knowing that we are behind them certainly does help 100% them keeping going and really getting down to doing the right thing for all of us. He also goes on to remind us that the heart of this journey is our shared vision, uplifting humanity by empowering individuals of all ages on all walks of life through education, personal development, and financial well-being. We are committed to turning complexity into simplicity with affordable, user-friendly technology, including AI with heart, so meaningful transformations become accessible to all. What's that mean in layman's terms? Basically, he's giving us a bit of a glimpse here of what to expect into that next phase. What kind of business is it going to be? It's going to be educational. It's going to be personal development, financial well-being. Many of us like that saying. It is there to give solutions to problems for so many people at an affordable price with very simple, user-friendly technology. And it's going to have that nice word, AI with heart, so that meaningful transformation becomes accessible to all. Again, accessible to all. This means everybody can have access to it. Everybody can use it. This is exactly what we want to hear. He said, with that in mind, we are developing powerful new applications. Applications designed to help every kind of small business person. First time I've heard that saying, small business person. What does that mean to me? It means now that we are again getting another glimpse that it's for everybody. Corporations, small business people, individuals, the whole spectrum. These applications are going to be there to help them, whether they are a business person working from home, okay, or you're an individual who wants to be a home affiliate, somebody who wants to have that little bit of a business on the side whilst they're doing their job. Local business people within your own community, you'll be able to reach out to these people to tell them, by using these applications, you can attract more customers to your business. How do you think that would go down if you approached some of your business people in your area and said, how would you like more customers? They're hardly going to say no, are they? And if you can then show them something and prove to them that these applications that we're going to have are going to improve their customer base, that is going to make more customers for them, I think they'll be interested. So in doing so, they are creating benefits for an entire community in ways never seen before. Ways never seen before. Interesting. Again, what does that say to me? If you can come out with a statement of ways never seen before, that excites me. That gets me going. Why? Because I've seen quite a lot of ways of enticing people to use applications, to try and sell things, etc. But when he comes out with a statement of ways never seen before, that means there's something brand spanking new that nobody has been using yet. Nobody has done yet. This is why I've been saying for a long time, when we get to see what is happening in this next phase, it is going to blow your socks off. It is going to wow you. It's going to go, I can't believe that I'm part of this. I can't believe that this is what it's going to be. Why? Because we've never seen it before. And this is what I think he's alluding to here. When he says, ways never seen, never before seen. He then goes on to say, details about these applications, that word again, applications, not products, applications, and the new direction we are talking about will be announced during a live global update coming in September. Does that mean we're going to launch in September? I don't know. You never know. But it doesn't say that there, does it? It says that we're going to have a global update in September sometime. That's what we need to focus on. Focus on our next global update number 3. Not, is that going to be the launch? Isn't going to be the launch? What's going to happen? What we are going to see is more details about the applications, more details about what direction we are taking. Those are the things that we should be focused on. Again, more pieces of the puzzle coming into place to give us that full picture. Somebody just said 9th year in September. It's not 9 years, mate. I've been here since 2018, and I joined in 2018, and I've been here 8 years in September. So whoever's written that, you're wrong. It's coming into our 9th year, for instance. So you can say 9th year, but it hasn't been 9 years. Okay, it's only been 8 years and a little bit. So he then finishes with saying, together we are moving forward with clarity, strength, and purpose. Stay tuned for official date and time, and that will be coming in your OES. Exciting times. It's only a couple of days, isn't it, till September? That means it could happen literally any day. He doesn't say when in September. Could be the 1st. Could be the 30th. I don't know. But it's certainly going to be in that month of September. And he will bring it to us when he has the right information to give us. But one thing's for sure, ONEWS 11, for me, put lots of new pieces of puzzles into that picture. New terminologies were used, applications, small businesses. These haven't been used before. And I really do believe that we are starting to see exactly now how different this next phase is going to be. What's the vehicle going to look like? No idea. But I know one thing's for sure. Reading ONEWS 11, it's going to be something pretty cool. Very different. Stuff we haven't seen before. And this is what makes new inventors, inventions, formats, applications, businesses a little bit scary for a lot of people because it's not the norm. Look at Elon Musk with his Tesla and his Tesla van. Nobody's ever seen anything like it before, but it sold. The waiting list was huge for it because people wanted it. I firmly believe we will be in the same category. people might be a little bit wary, but they certainly will want to use it because it is so different and radical from everything else. I'm excited. I'm anticipating good stuff to come, that's for sure. And I really do believe that ONEWS 11, if you read it and read it and read it, you certainly will pick bits and pieces out of it that you did not have before. Anyway, guys, that's it from me for today.